So now the finals were set for the Best of the Super Junior 21 tournament, and it was Kushida versus Ricochet. And Kushida had defeated Ricochet when they faced off in the regular season by submission via the hoverboard lock. But here, June 8, 2014 is when it originally took place. The AXS network aired it on May 22nd. They replayed it on the 29th. And this match would get underway and started with a lockup. Both men ended up trading positions against the ropes, which led to a referee breakup of the lock. Kushida then took Ricochet to the ground, taking his right leg out from under him with a single leg takedown. Ricochet would reverse Kushida's ground game with an arm wringer as both men went back to their feet, and Ricochet applied a wrist lock, but Kushida reversed it and put Ricochet into a wrist lock. Ricochet was able to get out of the lock, and the two men jockeyed for position on the ground before returning to their feet, and Ricochet backed away into the corner. Kushida then went to the ground and tempted Ricochet to bring the fight down to the mat as he was trying to keep the high flyer grounded, but Kushida is no stranger to aerial maneuvers himself. Ricochet refused to go down to Kushida on the mat, and the two would lock up in a test of strength. Ricochet applied another wrist lock, but Kushida reversed it and took down Ricochet into a short arm scissors, working over his arm potentially for the hoverboard lock later in the match. Ricochet managed to escape the short arm scissors using his athleticism and getting Kushida in a head scissors as both men ended up back on their feet once again. Ricochet would then get Kushida in a side headlock. Kushida pushed Ricochet into the ropes and Ricochet landed a shoulder block, but Kushida did not leave his feet. Kushida then pointed at the ropes asking Ricochet to try another shoulder block off the ropes, but instead Ricochet caught Kushida with a back kick to the midsection. Ricochet then Irish whipped Kushida into the ropes and leapfrogged him. Kushida did a cartwheel. Ricochet rolled under a clothesline and did two backflips, catching Kushida for a head scissors takedown, but Kushida landed on his feet and sent Ricochet head over heels over the top rope down to the outside. Kushida then slid under the ropes to the outside after Ricochet and slammed Ricochet's left arm onto the edge of the ring apron. Kushida then went back to the inside of the ring and grabbed Ricochet's arm as he standed outside the ropes on the ring apron, and Kushida jerked Ricochet's arm and slammed it against the top rope. Kushida then used the middle rope for leverage, inflicting more damage to the left arm of Ricochet. Kushida then went to work on Ricochet's left arm, twisting and turning it in all directions. Kushida then hit Ricochet with a drop kick while Ricochet was already down on the mat. Kushida went for a pin, but Ricochet kicked out. Ricochet then went to the ropes to buy some time for his left arm that was feeling the pain from the workout Kushida was giving it. Kushida went back to the left arm, grounding Ricochet. Ricochet then started to kick Kushida from the ground, but Kushida kicked him back while he was down. Ricochet then caught Kushida with a punch to the gut and made his way to his feet, chopping Kushida. Kushida kicked Ricochet and went to bounce off the ropes, and Ricochet got him with a tornado kick that sent Kushida to the outside. Ricochet then went to the air, bouncing off the ropes with a space flying tiger drop as the fans in Japan chanted "Ricochet, Ricochet." So an amazing move right there as he bounced off the ropes and did the space flying tiger drop. That was very impressive. Ricochet then forced Kushida into the ring apron. Ricochet then rolled Kushida into the ring and kicked him in the head, followed by 3 roundhouse kicks right to the chest of Kushida. Ricochet then Irish whipped Kushida into the corner and ran at him with a running elbow and then kicked him in the back while down and attempted a pin, but Kushida kicked out. Ricochet then snap mirrored Kushida and jumped over the ropes to the outside ring apron and did a kneeling springboard into a senton. Ricochet, now in control, kicked Kushida in the head. Ricochet then picked Kushida up and gave him a European uppercut, followed by a knife edge chop. Ricochet then snap mirrored Kushida and did a European uppercut to the back of Kushida and went for a pin, but Kushida kicked out. Ricochet then hit Kushida with another European uppercut, while Kushida was now on his feet, sending him into the corner. Ricochet then hit Kushida with another European uppercut and Irish whipped him towards the opposite corner, but Kushida reversed him and sent Ricochet into the corner instead. But as Kushida approached, Ricochet landed a big boot and then came off the middle rope with a flying European uppercut followed by a pin, but Kushida kicked out. The two men started trading forearms, and then Ricochet hit Kushida with a knife-edge chop to the chest as the perspiration flew off of Kushida from the force of the chop, and then Ricochet Irish whipped Kushida, but Kushida reversed it, and Ricochet did a handspring off the ropes, and just as he was bouncing off the ropes, Kushida caught Ricochet with a vicious basement dropkick on his left arm. Ricochet then went to the outside to recover, but Kushida went to the top rope to take flight and landed a suicide swanton bomb. Kushida made his way back to the ring after that very impressive suicide swanton bomb, and the referee Red Shoes started counting. And in this tournament and in New Japan Pro Wrestling, it's a 20 count. So Ricochet made it back in at 17, and he was met by a dropkick to the face as he entered the ring. Kushida then went up top for a moonsault, landing it perfectly into a strong pin, but somehow Ricochet managed to kick out. Kushida then went for the buzzsaw kick but missed, and then caught Ricochet in the left arm with a kick and locked him up, putting pressure on that left arm, continuing to target the limb. Ricochet then rolled out and looked to be going for the Benadryller as he lifted Kushida into the fireman's carry, but instead dropped him into the GTS and went for the pin, but Kushida kicked out at 2.5. Both men now in opposite corners as Kushida looked to be trying to regain his win after that knee from Ricochet in the GTS. Ricochet then ran at Kushida and hit him with a hesitation dropkick, setting Kushida up for the springboard shooting star press, but Kushida got out of the way and Ricochet landed hard on the mat. Kushida then did the Oklahoma roll into the jackknife cover, but somehow Ricochet found the will to kick out at 2 7/8. Ricochet then chopped Kushida, who answered with a forearm. Ricochet then hit Kushida with multiple forearms, but then Kushida kicked Ricochet and unloaded with roundhouse kicks to Ricochet's left arm and shoulder. Ricochet then Irish whipped Kushida, who did a handspring into a back elbow. Kushida then bounced back off the ropes and spun around Ricochet, locking him into the hoverboard lock, but Ricochet found the ropes as he forced the break. Kushida then kicked Ricochet in the arm and then hit him with the buzzsaw kick and went for the pin, but Ricochet kicked out at 2.5. Kushida then put Ricochet into a full Nelson, into a dragon suplex with the bridge for the pin, but Ricochet somehow found a way to escape the fall. Kushida then slammed Ricochet down on the mat, setting him up as he went to the top rope and attempted his Midnight Express corkscrew moonsault, but Ricochet got out of the way. Now both men on their knees face to face, trading forearms, as you can see the fatigue of both men as they were fighting their second match of the evening, as they were giving everything they had, laying it all out on the line as they returned to their feet amidst the hard forearm shots. Ricochet's legs gave out from under him, but he dug down deep and somehow found the strength to deliver 3 straight European uppercuts. Kushida then grabbed Ricochet's arm with a wrist lock and gave him an arm wrench over his shoulder. Ricochet responded with a kick to the gut and to the back, followed by a Superman punch and then a Northern Lights suplex into a vertical suplex and covered Kushida for the pin. Kushida kicked out at 2, but Ricochet pulled him over to the corner, setting him up for a high-flying move as Ricochet went to the top rope, but Kushida was playing possum and started to chop and forearm Ricochet on the top rope as it looked like Kushida was going to go for a superplex, but Ricochet caught Kushida with a headbutt that forced Kushida off the ropes. Kushida then came running back to the corner with a handstand kick to Ricochet. Kushida then climbed back to the top rope, but Ricochet grabbed Kushida and put him in the fireman's carry while sitting on the top rope and then standing up on the middle rope. Ricochet hit Kushida with the Benadryller and went for the pin, but somehow Kushida kicked out. Ricochet wasting no time positioning Kushida as he climbed the ropes going to the top, and Ricochet came off the top ropes and hit the 630 senton split splash. He went for the pin, but somehow, miraculously, Kushida kicks out. Ricochet then went for the Penetriller, lifting Kushida into the fireman's carry, but Kushida ducked the roundhouse kick and hit Ricochet with an enziguri. Kushida then went for an Irish whip, but Ricochet reversed it and Kushida did a handspring. Ricochet caught him and put him in the electric chair as Kushida tried to fight out and attempted a Hurricane Rana, but Ricochet countered it into the fireman's carry, but Kushida reversed it into the hoverboard lock, looking for the submission, locking it in with all of his might, but Ricochet fought it off and he rolled it into the fireman's carry. Kushida got loose and Ricochet landed a spin wheel kick and lifted Kushida back up into the fireman's carry, this time hitting Kushida with a Penetriller, and he pinned him 1, 2, 3 for the win, and Ricochet becomes the fourth Gaijin to win the Best of Super Junior tournament here at the Best of Super Junior 21. So Ricochet, a huge win, only the fourth Gaijin, only the second American, and only the second non-New Japan Pro Wrestler to win this tournament, as he was representing Dragon Gate. And the only other three Gaijin to win this tournament was Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, and Finn Balor. Benoit did it twice, first as the Pegasus Kid in 93, and then as Wild Pegasus in 95, and then Eddie Guerrero as the Black Tiger 2 in 96, and then Prince Devitt in 2013. And so the only other American to win this tournament is Eddie Guerrero, as Benoit is from Canada and Prince Devitt is from Ireland. And Ricochet, as I said, only the second non-New Japan Pro Wrestler to win this tournament. Like I said, he was representing Dragon Gate, and the only other non-New Japan Pro Wrestler to win was Kota Ibushi, who is the current IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, and who Ricochet will be facing for that title on the next airing of New Japan Pro Wrestling on AXS television. Of course, that happened last year, June 21st. This happened last year, June 8th, 2014. And when Kota Ibushi won, that was back in 2011, he was representing DDT. So what an amazing match, history-making. Ricochet, just an amazing performance, as well as Kushida, both excellent athletes. This match was, it was longer than the other two, a little bit slower paced early on as they were, working things over, as Kushida was working over that arm, but things got going, and they got going pretty crazy, so there was definitely a lot of high-flying action in the match as it would come to a conclusion as the match went on. Of course, both of these men had already wrestled top-notch competition earlier in the evening in the tournament here in the semifinals, and then in this finals matchup, putting together quite the classic match. It was an excellent exhibition. Definitely enjoyed it. I would definitely recommend that you check it out. They aired it on May 22nd, the replay May 29th. And you could set your DVRs. I would definitely recommend it. You can also check it out on demand. AXS TV, New Japan Pro Wrestling. Definitely worth checking out. And, excellent commentating by Ronaldo. Not really a fan of Barnett. He's kind of so-so. But Ronaldo does some excellent commentating. And I would definitely recommend to any fan of pro wrestling to go and check this out. Ricochet is somebody you want to check out for sure. He is a top talent that I would not be surprised to see him come stateside and end up in the WWE if he so chooses. As just the previous winner was Finn Balor. Prince Devitt won in 2013, so now Ricochet winning in the next year is back-to-back Gaijin win the Best of the Super Junior tournament. The current Best of the Super Junior tournament is taking place right now, as it will come to a completion on June 7th, 2015. Like I said, this is from June 8th, 2014, but they're just now airing it on AXS television. Regardless, though, I would say check this out. It's definitely some awesome wrestling, and they wrestled, a different style over in Japan. That style's actually been kind of coming into, wrestling here in the States a little bit more, in the recent years. Of course, many wrestlers have wrestled over in New Japan and different other organizations over there over the years and have brought that style back over to the States. But it's a much more, it's a strong style. It's a much more physical, style. Just like even in the movies, the stuntmen over there, they actually want real physical contact. That's how the wrestling is over there as well. It's very physical, and it's very exciting to watch. So I would definitely recommend checking that out. And let me know what you thought of the match if you did check it out. Like I said, I know it's it's from over a year ago that it actually happened, so it's kind of old news, but it's still awesome wrestling that you should definitely check out. And if you haven't seen it, then it's new to you. So it was the first time I got a chance to see it. It was on AXS television. I'd only read about it previously and listened to and heard about it on podcasts. Which, if you want to check out more information about Ricochet, I would definitely recommend going to Colt Cabana's website and clicking on the podcast. It'll bring you to SoundCloud.com/Colt Cabana and listen to episode 192 of The Art of Wrestling. That's with Ricochet, and they talk about all this. And so you just got to scroll down a little bit, episode 192. Currently, the podcast is up to 252, so you got to scroll down 60 episodes, but that'll only take about 10 seconds or so, maybe 20 seconds tops. But I would definitely recommend going and giving that a listen. It'll give you some more insight into this match and into Ricochet and his experience over there in Japan and in professional wrestling. He's definitely one of the top talents in the world today. And also everybody, all four men that were in the semifinals, excellent, wrestlers. Kushida is awesome. Definitely dig his whole, Back to the Future gimmick. He's kind of like Marty McFly, that's how he's dressed. It's pretty cool. I love that movie. And also Taguchi, he's a legendary wrestler. He's awesome, just one of the greats. And then also Taichi is an excellent wrestler as well. So I would definitely recommend going and checking out the semifinals and the finals of the Best of the Super Junior 21. I hope you enjoyed my breakdown of it. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. Definitely interested to read your thoughts and opinions. Thank you very much for listening. It is appreciated.